Hi, I'm Brian Moore. Welcome to my channel. Today's lesson is on Danza Gitana, a piece that I wrote that is in a 4/4 time. There is a rhythm that we're going to do. I want you to alternate with M and I, or I and M. I don't mind which you start with. But we're going to try the rhythm on the first string, and I'm going to demonstrate the rhythm for you. It's just an open string. We're going to just practice this exercise. It sounds like this. Now I want you to try that with me. I'm going to count you in. 1, 2, ready, begin, and then we'll do it together. 1, 2, ready, begin. Good, let's try that again. 1, 2, ready, begin. This time I'm going to extend the exercise and keep going. Now let's stop there with the exercise. We're going to actually start to work on parts of the piece now. Look down to the bottom of the page, the very last measure. The last 3 chords that you see on the last measure of the song are an A minor chord. There should be a diagram on your score to show you the chord. And the chord looks like this. And I just strummed it, and I'm going to strum it 3 times. I want you to practice that chord with me. It's important that your fingers all land at the same time or simultaneously. A lot of people, when they're learning a chord, will put their fingers down one finger at a time, and that's okay for starters, but to acquire the ability to change chords quickly, we need to be able to land those fingers all at the same time. So I want you to just start off with practicing to land all of your fingers on the chord at the same time. Let's try that. Put the A minor chord down, strum. Generally, when we're playing an A minor chord, we try to avoid playing the 6th string. It's not a real big deal if you do play the 6th string, but we want to just basically only do 5 strings on that chord. Put your hands back on the A minor chord as quickly as you can and strum again. And then take your hand off of the chord. Put the chord back on the guitar, hopefully with all of your fingers landing at the same time. And let's do the chord again. Now let's do 3 strums on that chord. Go ahead and put your hand on the chord again. Take your hand all the way off the guitar. Put it back on as quickly as you can. 1, 2, ready, go. And then I stop at the end of the song like that. Notice how I muted the strings. Let's do that one more time before we go on. Put your fingers on the A minor chord as quickly as you can, and then strum 3 times. 1, 2, ready, play. And then mute the strings when you're done there. All right, there's another part of the song that we need to discuss. Almost all of the notes in the song are on the first 3 strings. And there is a G sharp on the 3rd string in measure 15. That is 1st fret, 3rd string. You'll see the sharp there in measure 15. That is 1st fret, 3rd string. I want to make sure you know that note. Most of the other notes on 3rd string are going to be natural, no sharps. There is also, at the end of the first line in the 4th measure, is an E, and you'll see that there. It's the bottom line of the staff. E, 4th string, 2nd fret. Go ahead and play that note. Find that note, make sure it sounds the same as mine. There's my E, and again, that is 4th string, 2nd fret. Play the note again. And we're going to need to be able to play that note a couple of times in the piece. Everything else, with the exception of the chords at the end, is going to be on the first 3 strings. So I'm going to go ahead and begin with the first line. I'm going to set the metronome. I'm going to set the metronome pretty slow for this lesson so that we can play accurately, and hopefully it's not too hard to play together with me on the video. The metronome setting that I've chosen is 60. on the metronome. And it's going to sound something like this. And then I just got back to the first note in the second line of the piece. So that's the way it's going to sound. I'm going to count you in 4 notes. I'm going to sand my fingernails real quick here and make sure that I have a good sound. Excuse me for just a second. You've probably seen me do this in my classes sometimes, because I'm working on my tone here. Now let's try this together. I'm going to count to 4. I'm going to say 1, 2, ready, play, or 1, 2, ready, begin, something like that. And then we're going to play the first 4 measures of the song, along with the metronome. Let's give it a try. 1, 2, ready, play. There, that was successful. Let's do that again. Same thing from the beginning. I'm going to count to 4. 1, 2, ready, begin. Right, and I finished with the first note of the following line, which was measure 5. I'm going to start now at measure 5, and we're going to play to the end of the second line of the piece, which is measure 8. So we're going to start at measure 5. I'm going to count you in. 1, 2, ready, begin. Good, that was measures 5 through 8. Let's do it again. I want you to practice along with me. I'm going to count to 4. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, that was very good. That went very well. I'm going to go back now and start at the first measure of the piece, and I'm going to play all the way through measure 8 this time. I am not going to take the repeat. Normally we will take the repeat, but this time we're just going to do it one time. Next time I think we will do the repeat. But let's just do those first 8 measures, no repeat this time. I'll count you in. 1, 2, ready, begin. Good, that was 8 measures of Danza Gitana. Let's do it again. We're going to do the same 8 measures again. This time we're going to repeat. After we've practiced this again with the same 8 measures repeated, I'm going to go into the next section. Here we go from the beginning. I will count you in from measure 1. Do not forget to take the repeat. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, play. Good, that was the first 8 measures of the piece. We are now going to start at measure 9, and let me look at this for just a moment. I'm going to practice from measure 9 all the way to measure 16, which is the entire middle section, and there's a repeat sign at the end of that. Let's go ahead and do the repeat on that. It's going to repeat, the repeat sign is going to take us back to measure 5, and we will repeat that section. Don't go all the way back to the beginning, and don't forget to do the repeat back to measure 5. This section is not very hard. Let's give it a shot. Here we go. Measure 5. 1, 2, ready, begin. Very good. Okay, so we completed that first section. We completed the second section, and I'm gonna ask that we do it one more time, starting at measure 5, measures 5 through 8 again, and again with the repeat. Measure 5. 1, 2, ready, play. There we go. Okay, we did that twice, and we've done the first section. The last section, if you look at the score, you'll notice that it is a repeat of the beginning. And the only thing different about the last section from the beginning is those 3 A minor chords at the end. Let's review the A minor chords again. Go ahead and put those fingers on the guitar. I'm going to say 1, 2, ready, play. Now let's try it from the last section all the way to the end. The last section begins at measure 17 and goes to the end where the chords are. So we're going to start at measure 17. There is no repeat sign at the end, so when we get to the chords, we'll be finished. Try to start with me there at measure 17, and we're going to play to the end a couple of times for practice. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, begin. don't forget to cut off at the end like I did. You notice how I muted the strings with my hand like that? Right there on that last beat, I'm actually muting there. Let's try it again from 17, one more time. Here we go. Get ready. 1, 2, ready, begin. Very good. We are now ready to go to the beginning and do the entire song with all of the repeats. So I'm going to rest just for a second. Before we do that, I want to say a couple of things about how to use this video most effectively. My recommendation is that you review the video every day until you can play along with me on the video. I'm going to do an accompaniment in a minute, and I would like for you to be able to play with me on the accompaniment too. You'll be playing the melody while I do the chords. So if you review the piece every day and go through these exercises with me and also do some practicing on your own, you should get better and better at playing with the video. And you can learn a lot from doing that. So that's the way I recommend you using this. And we're going to go ahead and play from the top now, from the very beginning. Don't forget the repeat signs. I'm not going to call them out this time. We're going to go all the way through. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, begin. Pick up where I left off. I'm going to start the metronome up again, and I'm going to do the accompaniment to Danza Gitana for you now. I will count 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, ready, begin, and you come in as I play the chords. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, begin. All right, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you get a lot of practice out of it. And good luck with Danza Gitana. That'll be all for today. Thank you.